Hey everybody, 31 Days of Proverbs. We are on day 26. This one is, instead of just one proverb, it's a short series that Solomon is talking about here. And he's talking about, well, in my New American Standard, it said sluggards. Basically, we're talking about lazy people who won't go out and work, do what they should be doing. Starting in verse 13 of chapter 26, the sluggard says, there's a lion on the road. There's a lion in the open square. Then he says, as the door turns on its hinges, so the sluggard turns on his bed. Verse 15, the sluggard buries his hand in the dish, and he is weary of bringing it to his mouth again. In verse 16, the sluggard is wiser in his own eyes than 7 men who can give a discreet answer. So, 4 or 5 different things here about the lazy person. First, in verse 13, the sluggard says there's a lion on the road. This is the person who gives the excuse why they can't go out and do what they should. There's always some excuse. I can't do this because. I can't do this because. Now, I'm not talking about people who aren't able or capable. I'm talking about people who refuse to. So they make up reasons why they can't work, why they can't produce. Verse 14, as the door turns on its hinges, so the sluggard turns on his bed. The sluggard likes to spend a lot of time relaxing. That's become the sluggard, the lazy person's favorite pastime. Verse 15, the sluggard buries his hand in the dish. He's weary of bringing it to his mouth again. This is a play on words that a sluggard sure does love to eat, but they eat so much that they get tired of they get so tired they can't even bring their hand back to their mouth to take the next bite because they're filling up on someone else's generosity, or someone else has produced for them, and all they do is consume. They don't produce. Finally, verse 16, the sluggard is wiser in his own eyes than 7 men who can give a discreet answer. There is something very common about a lazy person and a lazy person having lots of opinions about things that they know nothing about. They think they know, but they don't know primarily because they don't have any experience, because they don't go out and do anything. So yeah, Solomon is right on this. Be careful about hanging around with the lazy people, because you don't want to become one of them. Anyway, that's what I get out of this. Tell me what you get out of chapter 26. Give me a shout or a text or whatever. I've really enjoyed going through these Proverbs, and some of these really eye-opening. So, have a great day. Do something good for the Lord. I'll see you in the morning.